YouTube Witchies, it is Sarah the Itty Bitty Celtic Witch, and I am your Wednesday host for Starting Out Solitary. So, this week on Starting Out Solitary, we are talking about witchy supplies and where we get them, if we make them, and so on and so forth. So as you guys probably know, because I've mentioned it before, I have a little Etsy shop called Itty Bitty Celtic Witch, and on it I make quite a bit of witchy supplies, from crystal healing bracelets to spell bottles, spell salts, spell oils. I don't sell herbs, but there are a lot of Etsy sellers that do. So I guess because of my shop, oh, I also sell candles, so I make candles for my altar. I recently started that, probably within the last year. Yeah, since January I've started making candles. And I've just been using up old candles. And you can actually use up your old candles and make them more witchy by adding like little herbs to your tea light or whatever, rather than having to pour the wax and so on. But if you'd rather have a candle that's pre-made for you, there's a lot of witchy stores like mine that are out there that will sell those. Personally, I guess because I do so much work for my shop and my shop is so much part of my practice, I aim to make most of my witchy things. My spell bottles, obviously you can't make crystals. That would be super cool though. But I do make my own candles, which are for me the largest part of my practice. I don't use spell oils as much. I make them for others though, and I do use them occasionally. I just find that personally candles are the way that I relate to the practice most. In terms of herbs, which you can't really make because they're a plant, I get those from, usually from the Bulk Barn, which is a bulk food store in Canada, and basically their prices are low. Their herbs are all edible, so you can use it in kitchen witchery as well. I don't think that you necessarily have to buy herbs from a witchy store, though if you do, there's probably the witch who sells them has probably infused them with a little extra oomph. But if you want to have all your own oomph in it, then it's best to buy your, to either grow your own herbs or buy them. I live in a basement apartment, so I don't have a lot of light, or I would have all the herbs in the world everywhere. But seeing as I don't have space for them or the lighting to properly look after them, I purchase most of mine, and I put them in little baggies, and then I infuse them with energy when I do my spells or when I make things like spell candles and so on. I think that because witchy herbs can get expensive buying them from an occult shop, I think that if you, unless you don't have access to a bulk food store, or perhaps they don't carry the herb you're looking for, that's the situation when you would most want to use witchy herbal stores, because in the end they are just plants, and the plants hold their own energies. So you can, I think, very easily create your own witchy herbal closet without going into a large amount of debt. Like, I know I got a couple tablespoons of cloves from the bulk food store for maybe under $1, and unless you're constantly using cloves, even if you are constantly using cloves, that's a pretty good price. You don't necessarily want to buy a large quantity of things if you're not going to use it, because then they'll just go bad. So I guess that's my rambly thoughts on witchy supplies. I tend to make most of them, but when I see something that I really, really like, I will purchase it, of course, because that is, I do like shopping aside from just being witchy and making my own things. So, many blessings. Please let me know what your thoughts are on this.